Dude, I am so not happy right now. I just did a whole video, you know, and it didn't even say. Okay. First, let me start off by apologizing for the interruption in the last video. My Bridget was calling from South Korea, and I kind of had to answer the phone, so it wasn't like, somebody was calling from next door, and I didn't, you know, hey, what's up? No, this was a long distance call, and I didn't want to redo the video because I liked it. So, um, oh, I was going to read the side effects for, turn it this way so I'm not completely veering off, to the side. I was talking about anorexia and bulimia, and I said, I know side effects of it, but I don't really know enough of it to really express how bad it is. So I Googled it and screwed up some. I Googled it for you so that you don't have to do it yourself. Now the girls in the video, they don't show this side of it. They say, oh, thin is good, be skinny. Skinny is the new black, I guess. Like, black clothes, not, you know. Yeah. You know what I mean. Anyway, um, anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa are not the same thing. They are two totally different um, disorders. And I probably chopped that up really bad because of my accent, where I'm from. And anyway, um, there are psychological effects, social effects, changes in thinking, physical side effects, and excuse me, excuse me, of anorexia. These are side effects that are associated. I didn't cut my hair. It's just, you know, thrown back in a ponytail. Um, are associated with anorexia. You have low self-esteem, a loss in self-confidence. You have feelings of being ineffective or powerless. Um, girls, more often than not, more so than males, although there are more males now than there were before who suffer from anorexia. I think it's last time I was in class, I think it was like 4, maybe 6%. I'm not sure what it is now. That was like 2 years ago. But that other 94% are females. Um, fear of losing control, mood swings, irritability, anxiety, and depression usually come along with it because you're anxious that you're not losing enough weight and you're depressed because you feel like you haven't reached your goal, which in a lot of cases is unattainable. And a lot of people who have this disease don't understand that it's unattainable. It's not meant for you to be that small and still live. That isn't meant to happen. Um, which is why these other side effects come into play. Um, loneliness, feeling like you can't talk to anyone, nobody understands, what's going on. And feelings of self-worth, feeling worthless. Um, social side effects are they withdraw from others. They're reluctant to eat in front of others because they feel like they're being judged, like everyone is monitoring what they eat and how they eat, and they don't want to appear to be greedy, and they don't want people to know what's going on. It's like hiding an addiction. You do it in secret thinking that nobody knows. In actuality, usually people know. Um, poor concentration, inability to think rationally. They feel rigid, not feel, but mentally rigid. They have this preoccupation with food, eating and over-exercising. Um, Overexertion. I don't know if you've ever worked out too much. That is not a good feeling. Your muscles get tight, your arms, your back, everything is so tight and it hurts to move. The body is not supposed to hurt to move. Um, Exercising isn't supposed to be painful, you know. It's supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to push you, but it isn't supposed to. You shouldn't be preoccupied with exercising. There's no reason that somebody needs to exercise for 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they only eat celery, which has negative calories to begin with. Um, Physical side effects of the starvation, which is what you're doing. You are starving your body. Um, Fatigue. Oh, fatigue, loss of energy, hypertension, which is low blood pressure, dizziness due to the low blood pressure. They grow lanugo hair, which is the baby hair that that real light. It's usually like up in here and your arms, just really light hair starts to grow all over the body. Um, have this feeling of pins and needles in their skin. You tend to lose your hair, because your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs to produce strong hair follicles. Um, they're more vulnerable to osteoporosis and easy bruising and cramps and ulcers and susceptibility to colds due to poor insulation. Anemia, which is usually what I think people get when they have cramps, water weight, swelling from water. Um, you don't menstruate. At a certain age, a female is supposed to start their cycle, um, and the body isn't producing enough. Sorry, body isn't producing enough nutrients to do that. So there's a cessation of menstruation, which is also called, if I'm pronouncing it right, amenorrhea. I think that's what I learned in my women's health class. Um, you're putting a strain on your body's um, organs. Everything is having to work harder, push through harder than it should have to. And the body can't take it, and eventually it begins to break itself down. Um, Urinary tract infections, chronic indigestion, heartburn, um, potential liver failure, and osteoporosis. The reason that um, you get the osteoporosis is because your body is not producing enough calcium because you aren't taking in enough nutrients for your body to go through the process of um, making enough calcium for your bones to stay healthy. And if your bones are healthy, they become weak and brittle. And if your bones become brittle, they're more susceptible to break, which means that a trip that may not hurt me, I might fall and hit my knee. I'm 139 pounds, I'm 5'2". You're 5'2" and you're 90 pounds, you might break your leg. I might just get a bruise. See? Um, those are the side effects of anorexia. I'm about to do the bulimia one. I think in 10 minutes it cuts me off because I'm not using my own. I'm not sure. Anyway, it cut me off the last time, and I'd rather not get cut off again because I don't like being cut off. So, this information is on angelwings.com.au. It's an Australian website. No, I'm not an Aussie. And I just came across it, because I wanted something that had bullet points for me to be able to read easily to you. Um, if you suffer from this, you are not by yourself. I personally haven't had to battle with this, but I've seen the side effects of it. And this video that these girls have, it really brings it that much more to the mainstream. Because young girls watch these videos and they look to these girls because they're pretty and they're thin and they're dancing to Lady Gaga and they look up to them. And it's not like